celebration around this time of year that honors their dead, right? So what holiday do you think that morphed into? The Day of the Dead, right? Dia de los Muertos, right? And what happens on Dia de los Muertos? Yeah, so we celebrate how saints have died, right? So martyrs and Catholic saints, right? We celebrate their deaths. What else do we do? Okay, it's Halloween, right? But sometimes on Dia de los Muertos they do that. Yes, that's true. What? Put offerings, right? Where do you put offerings? Yeah, on their graves, right? So this is a picture of the Day of the Dead celebration, right? Where they put offerings on shrines or on the graves of their loved ones, right? So how is this a blending of the two cultures? Yeah, so they're celebrating death, right? But just in different ways, right? So this is a way that religion was brought from the old world to the new world, but then again there was a blending of both religions. Right? It didn't just replace it, but it blended with it to create something new. Okay, so what are the pros of this Columbian exchange?
New food.
Okay, new food. What do you mean by that?
Like new food, like food that they've never had before.
Okay, food that they've never had before, right? And that helps your diet, right? Makes you healthier. Okay, I heard something over here. What's it called? A variety of food, a variety of culture, right? What are some other pros?
New technology.
New technology, like what?
Ships.
Okay, so they brought ships over to the New World, right? And so then the Native Americans had access to that, right? What else? New medicines. Okay, so that begins to be developed a little bit later, right? But they have plants in the New World that they could use as medicine. What are the other good things about the Columbian exchange? Okay, so new crops and animals, right? And how does that help you? Food. What else? And agriculture, yeah. So it helps you with your farming. It helps you with food, right? It helps a lot of things. What about some bad things? What are some bad things? Diseases, yes. It was definitely very bad. What else?
More population. Well, I guess that could be both good and bad.
Okay, so why would that be good?
Well, because like more population, means like more food,
Okay.
and more like technology.
Uh-huh.
And it's bad because disease can spread and it gets crowded.
Okay, yeah, so we have a good thing about lots of people, which is lots of ideas, lots of new things like that, right? But then we have bad things where it gets really crowded and disease spreads and it's really yucky and gross, right? What are some other bad things that happen from this Columbian exchange? Okay, so people were taken from the old world to the new world, and what kinds of people? Slaves, right? So there were slaves. And what did they do to the people in the new world? What? What did they do?
Made lazy.
Made them lazy? I don't think so. I think it was the opposite of that. They enslaved them, right? So they enslaved them. They made them work. They subjugated them, right? They ruled over them, right? And so that was definitely a bad thing that occurred. Not only African slaves, right? But they weren't very nice to the Indians as well. Not only did they accidentally kill them with disease, but they purposefully killed them and enslaved them, right? Which was not so happy, right? What are some other bad things that may have occurred? Okay, oppression, very good, right? So we have kind of the Europeans thinking that their culture is better, right? So that's not so good, right? Are there any like medium things, things that neither were good nor bad?
Oh, and the travel, there's a long travel there from back and forth.
Yeah, and so what effect would that have, do you think?
People would die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people would die, maybe be lost at sea, right? And we also, need to start developing new technology to make that journey a little less awful, right? So new technology begins to develop and naval technology, right? So does anybody have any questions about the Columbian exchange? Okay, so this is how Latin American culture starts to develop, right? We have the blending of the old world and the blending of the new world, right? And it affects both cultures. Not only does it affect Latin American culture, but like we said, we get Italian food out of this, right? The potatoes go to Ireland and start to be a really big staple in Ireland, right? So we get lots of new culture and lots of new things out of this Columbian exchange, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to draw on our map items that were exchanged during the Columbian exchange. Okay. So what you are going to do is we have the old world and the new world. And what's the old world? Europe and Africa and Asia, right? And what's the new world?
America.
The Americas, right? Mexico, United States, right? The modern United States, right? And so what we are going to do is we are going to use colored pencils and pencils to draw arrows, right? And show, kind of like this map does here, the things that came from the new world to the old world, and the things that came from the old world to the new world, right? So, where's my thing? Oh, there. On your map, you are going to write 10 things on this side of the line. And where did these come from? The old world, right? And you're going to write 10 things on this side of the line that came from where? The new world, right? So 10 from this side of the line, 10 from this side of the line, right? And then I want you to draw 10 pictures, right? Just 10 pictures total. They can be from either side. You can draw all of them from the new world, all from the old, but there needs to be 10 pictures, right? Okay. So what are we doing on? Oh, you need one. So how many items from the new world are we writing? 10. How many from the old? 10. How many pictures? 10. Okay, awesome. All right. So I'm going to come around and hand out some colored pencils, and you can go ahead and get started. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, draw arrows. Yeah, you can draw arrows, but it's your map, so however it makes sense to you, you can. Anywhere you want. Yep. All right, y'all need clothes. Any more colors? Just let me know. Are y'all good over here? Okay. So which one was the new? Which was discovered? And why was it so discovered? Where did Columbus come from? He came from Europe, right? So he came from Spain, right? Or from Italy, right? And so he came over to the new world. Have y'all got colored pencils? Are you willing to share?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. You're awesome. I don't know you. Okay. We have colored pencils. Are we good over here? Awesome.